Drage gledalke, dragi gledalci, pozdravljeni v Paradi plesa, še vedno edini oddaji o plesu na slovenskih televizijah. Vabim vas k ogledu reportaže, ki jo je naša ekipa posnela lani na Dunajskem plesnem festivalu ImPulsTanz, kamor se vračamo vsako poletje. Žal temu letos ne bo tako, kajti organizator se je odločil za voljo koronavirusa, da program prestavi za eno leto in sicer na poletje 2021. Zato bo današnja reportaža le prijazen plesni pogled lanskega dunajskega poletja.
I'm Steven and you're watching PARADA PLESA.
Naj vas napovednik festivala ImPulsTanz in pa kontroverzni performer Steven Cohen odpeljeta v novo sezono Parade plesa. Zdaj je res že tradicija, da začnemo z reportažo z omenjenega festivala, ki se vsako poletje odvija na Dunaju. Letošnja je bila že 36. edicija in za spremembo sem se udeležila tiskovne konference mesec dni pred začetkom, ko je festivalska ekipa napovedovala 4 bogate tedne plesa.
The team is extremely motivated. We are in time, still in time, which is unusual. And this makes me a little bit more relaxed than normal. But of course there is a lot to do and we are looking forward to this work. For me, it was very important maybe to give a focus on Tanztheater, on really the cradle of the things in Europe. And of course, Hans Kresnik, who started already in the 60s. And in a way, he made space for the work of Pina Bausch. And I think when you see these productions today, they are still extremely relevant. And especially the Macbeth of Hans Kresnik is unfortunately extremely relevant. Well, the overall budget is approximately 6 million euros. 2.5 are coming from the city of Vienna, 500,000 from the Republic, and the rest is self-financing with 1.5 on the box office, hopefully. We are working for that, and the rest is sponsors, international foundations, and so I hope that everything goes well.
Still painful, yeah. You say no to people where you believe in their work, and that makes me, as a human, it makes me sad. But of course, I'm very excited about those things that we can put on, and it's an interesting period now, of course, yeah, with all those public debates that we luckily have, with Me Too, with cultural appropriation, with queer culture. All of those things totally inform the festival, of course. Yeah, there's many people that come here, although they are critical of huge institutions. I find that very interesting and inspiring to meet people that are critical of society as they are. In a very blatant way, we are too, of course, but it's interesting to have these internal processes that we are dealing with by having 3,000 students, for instance, in the Arsenal and people from 90 different nationalities.
If everything were under control, it wouldn't be a cool festival. And this is something I must say I do enjoy with ImPulsTanz, because it's such a, it's like an overgrowing plant in a sense. Even when we already had the printing deadline for the program catalog, we were still trying to find things, right? There are some things for me now, talking as the curator or the artistic director in the team for the younger generation, the Attention Young Choreographer series, and I thought, when we finished the program for this year, I thought maybe for the next year, I want to bring a focus on group works. Because this program this year, I think it's super in that sense how spread out it is, right? Like Sao Paulo-based artists, Moscow-based artists, Cairo, of course then Brussels.
Mesec dni med 11. julijem in 11. avgustom so plapolale impulzove zastave. Dunaj je bil preplavljen s plesom, a tudi šokiran z žalostno novico, ki je plesni svet doletela sredi festivala. Ena od legend plesnega gledališča, Johan Kresnik, ki je bil na tiskovni konferenci nadvse razpoložen in je odprl festival s predstavo Macbeth, je nekaj dni po predstavi nenadoma umrl v 80. letu starosti.
It was a sad moment. It is change of guard, so change of generation. Unfortunately, my artistic father, Johan Kresnik, passed away. One of its kind, a genius of art, of dance on the stage. As I said before, he was the one who was proud to have initiated 1 year before Pina Bausch in Wuppertal, his company, dance theater company in Germany. He was unique. He was, as the Germans say, kompromisslos. He was very, very much fair to his art, to his political ideas, to social and human statement. For him, dance means something. Body on the stage had a message. He could take from Shakespeare, Genet, Pasolini, all the different authors in order to convey a political and human statement.
Plesalci so se Johanu Kresniku poklonili na zaključni predstavitvi Expressions, ne z minuto molka, pač pa z aplavzom. Aplavza so bili deležni tudi številni umetniki, ki so gostovali na festivalu. Eden takšnih je legenda fizičnega plesa Wim Vandekeybus, ki je s predstavo Go Figure Out Yourself involviral tudi nas, gledalce.
It's one of the festivals who's founded and still the same director is running it. It's, let's say, the generation of the 80s, where a lot of artists popped up and still exist also, and where there was a very strong bond between programmator and artist. Times change, and I think it's nice to be part of it and also to see the time spirit changing the festival. We give incredible freedom to the audience in the sense of there are no chairs, there's just an open space. And here it's also, of course, we have a big audience here, so they put almost 200 people and there are only 5 performers. And they start, they move, they dance, they speak. The audience has to choose somebody, so we don't really tell the audience what to do, and in this way it's very unpredictable, and sometimes audience takes over or goes against the performance. Also, I am all my life I was like shows with participation I didn't like, and then I made one, and it's more like a meeting, an offer. And for me it's also interesting to see how the speed of an individual person who can choose, who can be fast, make decisions, do something, and the inertia of the massa, of the crowd. If you want to run a crowd from here to there, you have to really have them. If not, it just doesn't happen, because there's a lot of opinions, a lot of free minds, in fact. You feel also in Austria, for instance, people have, as soon as you tell them a bit what to do, they are completely against it. In other countries, it's a bit more, okay, let's do it, it's just part of it.
V zadnjem tednu, kot sem bila prisotna na festivalu, se je zdelo, da smo publika res nujni, aktivni udeleženci koreografskih idej posameznih umetnikov. Tako na primer Ivo Dimchev, ki se je od igralca preko plesalca zdaj prelevil še v glasbenika. Svojega koncerta ni želel začeti, preden nismo vsi z njim naredili vsaj nekaj selfijev in v tem ritmu nadaljevali ves čas koncerta.
I need the selfie just to kind of destroy, deconstruct the idea of a concert and the distance visually and the kind of the sacral, because the place around the singer and the place around the singer is kind of sacred, is the forbidden place for the audience. We have to just but I thought that it's nice to challenge this sacredcy of the position of the singer and see what happened. And I think it's important to deconstruct this and to show also, make people part of the dramaturgy of the song, because sometimes the song relates in a very strange way to the people who are around me and the people who want to make selfies. So I think this is precious, and also I think it's good the disgusting, awful gesture of the selfie that we all kind of hate and dislike, and we have so much of it, and it's kind of epidemic, and it's like the end of the world for some people, and the end of culture, and the end of the image. I think it's good to kind of make this cheap, selfish gesture to something much more special, than something more. But it's not about me, it's about us being together. So I think the selfie becomes the context of us and the reason for us to be together, to be very intimate, to be very close to each other.
So predstave in so predstave. V tednu dni sem si jih ogledala 7 po mojem izboru in nekako zadela tretjino, ki sem ji ploskala. Ena od njih je bil duet izvajalk Nasa for Nasa. Urša in Salma prihajate iz Skorajja. Njun swash pa je bil izbran v tekmovalni program A-Tension.
The intention was more to look at the squash court and see how we can choreograph the squash court and choreograph us as something in the squash court.
It was, in a way, very precise and I mean, we used a lot of mathematics and or counting to stay together, or on synchronicity more, but we mapped out the space. So in a way, we were geometrically maybe using the space in a mathematical way, because there was a very obvious grid, and we had to abide to what the squash court imposed on us in a way, because we couldn't just do anything. We had to do what the squash court allowed, and just dancing didn't work, so we had to, in a way, be aligned in the squash court.
I came 3 years ago, and Urša came 4 years ago as dance webbers, so attending workshops mostly, and then now it's also really exciting to be a part of the A-Tension, to really be able to see what other young choreographers are up to, and for us it's quite nice to also be performing in the context of a museum, in a dance festival, and then also taking the squash court, putting it in the museum, seeing how it works. So overall, it's a very exciting opportunity, I think.
Urša in Salma nista zmagali v kategoriji A-Tension, pač pa so si nagrado mladih koreografov razdelili 2 ekipi. Tobias Koh, Thibaut Lak in Tore Wallert so s predstavo Such Sweet Thunder bogatejši za 5000 evrov. Tatjana Činikova in Roman Kutnev za Time to Time pa sta prejemnika enomesečne rezidence prihodnje leto na Dunaju. Član žirije je bil performance Steven Cohen, ki je na festivalu nastopil prvič, njegova pojava pa je preprosto fascinantna.
It's strange for me because I'm not usually part of festivals. I don't really fit in to structural events. But in a strange way, it feels like coming home to a community that I didn't know I was part of. It's quite an emotional experience as well as a privilege. I think artists make work to show as much as to make. But my first instinct is to make the work, and then how it's received, I don't really have control over. But what I try to do in my work is to challenge myself, because what right do I have to make it difficult for the audience if it's not difficult for me? I don't want to abuse my privileged position of power of being an artist. Well, it really feels like a cycle has completed itself. And I'm kind of sad. But we can't be sad that things finish, because the wheel turns and it keeps on turning. It's been the most marvelous festival ever. I wish I was a Hindu god with 100 heads, that I could see everything every day, you know? But it's been performances, it's been giving, watching, now workshops, on the jury for young choreographers. I am one satisfied artist.
Mesec dni Dunaja pa je letos pripadlo tudi slovenskemu plesalcu Janu Rozmanu, ki mu je uspel izbor med Dance Weberje. To pomeni med štipendiste fundacije Dance Web. Zadnja Slovenka, ki je to uspelo, je bila leta 2013 Jasmina Križaj. Janu je tako uspelo prepričati selektorico, plesalko in koreografinjo Ane Juren, da ga je uvrstila med 46 izbranih kandidatov.
It's about like meeting differently with our old differences and stay open and curious with the other, and also have an opportunity to do things that we normally don't do, like I don't know, do dance hip hop where we never did. And so in a way it's like emerging yourself in a place where you discover a new self, but also a new body, a new way of dealing with dance and choreography and life eventually. And it creates a group also. It creates a kind of group for 5 weeks.
Jaz bom po pravici povedal, da nisem se prvič prijavljal na Dance Web, tako da v bistvu že par let nekako recikliram svojo prijavo in evo letos je očitno, sem naletel na splet okoliščin, ki je ugodno se razpletel. Definitivno je glava in telo so polni enih novih informacij, srečno z novimi praksami in predvsem enih ful dobrih ljudi, novih poznanstv. V bistvu se kuha en nov projekt, ki bo imel premiero v elektrarni v koncu novembra, tako da v zatilju se vse te informacije spajajo in oplajajo in rastejo v eno oprijemljivo obliko.
Kar lepo število slovenskih plesalcev in kreativcev je bilo aktivnih v starih vojaških skladiščih Arzenal, kjer potekajo plesne delavnice. Med 6900 udeleženci in 242 delavnicami je bila tradicionalno in leto že 9. Urša Rupnik, ki asistira Joeu Legadu. Pa Blanka Hefer, ki živi na Dunaju in je navdušenka nad afriškim plesom in na Dunaju tudi asistira. Plesalec Vogar Sebastijan Geč, tudi živeč na Dunaju. Plesalke z plesne izbe sem zamudila in verjetno še koga, ki je preplesaval dunajske korake.
Archie je čudovit človek, ker tudi razume vso gestikularno poanto vseh teh gibov, kaj pomenijo. In on pove, kaj je razlika med dancehall, pa kakšna razlika med clubbing. Da je vse to nekako v eni taki simbiozi tudi, ne? Tako da, ja, Archie je popolnoma moj dedek.
Toliko blazno povpraševanje, da ta zadnji teden so naredili en add-on klas, pomeni še enega dodatnega, ki na začetku ni bil pričakovan. In tudi ta je poln. Tako da očitno še vedno te neke korenine, dinozauri se vračajo ali pa ostajajo tle na ImPulsTanzu in očitno tudi širom sveta se prihajajo ljudje iz celega sveta na njegove delavnice. Fascinantno. Ljudi vseh starosti, vseh spolov, vseh možnih poklicov, kako pridajo na te klase, na te delavnice. Na začetku navadno ne vejo, kaj je desna, leva, glava, noga. V petek vsi plešejo, da je to nekaj njihovega. In je pač res fascinantno, kako ta Joeva metodologija, ta proces, kako od ponedeljka do petka pelje ljudi skozi to, da začutijo svoje telo, da začutijo glasbo, muzikalnost, ritme, na koncu tudi vso to veliko dvorano ljudi, ki so okrog njih. Na tem klasu ta teden imamo, mislim, da čez 50 ljudi.
Poletje na Dunaju je predvsem super zaradi ImPulsTanz festivala. To je čudovit festival, ki se dogaja 4 tedne in je možno plesati vse možne zvrsti. Jaz sicer plešem afriški ples že več kot 15 let. Od lani naprej sem tudi asistentka na afro-haitiškem plesu pri Karin Label. Poleg tega pa seveda uživam še v ostalih delavnicah.
Med pedagogi so takšni, ki zase pravijo, da so dinozauri festivala, saj so z njim od vsega začetka. Recimo Kofi Koko in Joeu Legado, pa Bruce Taylor, pa do tistih, ki so prvič na festivalu, kot je recimo pedagoginja Natalija Kataneja z Ariel plesom.
It's a new challenge for the dancers. There is a new space to explore, new possibilities to express yourself also. It's another way to express yourself, and the directions are changing. Everything changed for some reason. We are now upside down. I think it's a really cool challenge for dancers and pretty easy for them as well. It was an amazing experience. I was teaching 3 workshops last week with amazing feedback. I got a lot now inspiration from the performance, for the whole festival in general. Meeting new people is like an amazing place to meet new and amazing. The best artists are here, so it's amazing. I'm really happy.
Na festival se vedno znova rad vrača plesalec belgijskih korenin Salim Gauwloos Slam, ki se je proslavil v Madoninem videospotu Vogue, sodeloval v njeni blond turneji, bil plesalec pri Georgeu Michaelu, Arethy Franklin, Britney Spears, je koreograf različnih modnih kampanj. Njegovi klasi so trdo delo in poezija plesa.
Every year is different energy, it's different people, it's different dance. I changed as an artist, I changed as a human being, my students changed, so it was a really beautiful experience again, yeah. And I always say, with all this craziness going on in the world, I think dance is so important, because these days, people don't feel anymore, it's hard to feel, it's so cold out there, everybody is so desensitized, so I think dance makes you feel again, and I think if everybody would dance, it would heal the whole world.
Plesne delavnice voginga in wackinga seveda ni brez legende Archia Burnetta. Njegova formula KISS, keep it simple, stupid, še vedno velja.
But it's interesting as a teacher or instructor to watch it happen in front of me. Some people come back every year and they're forever changed, more confident, more body positive, because this is for no matter what size you are. You have to be comfortable in your own skin. That's what I teach, and that's what I preach. Culture always stays. Things go in fashion, out of fashion, because people tend to have an interest here or an interest there. Crumping was around for a while. Nobody paid it attention until the movie Rise. But those guys are still crumping. Even now, Rise is gone. There's no media that really is focusing on crumping, but the crumpers are still doing it. Same thing like Vogue. There was a funny article. The name of the article, I think it was here in Germany. It said, voguing is popular again. I had to bust out laughing. Popular again? Popular to you. You know what I mean? So it's like anything else. Culture. Oh, miniskirts are back in. They never left. You know what I mean? All of these things about focus and control, about what one wants to focus on. It's nice, not hating on it, just stating on it. So the facts is that because these things are now getting attention again, freedom is something that everybody wants. Being comfortable in your own skin is something that everybody should have. That should be given as a right? But you'd be surprised how society indirectly incarcerates you.
Moje stalno vprašanje programskim šefom je, kdaj bo na odru videti tudi katero od slovenskih produkcij. Odgovor pa približno takšen.
Slovenia, it is a country which it's our neighbor, always got our attention. And I know, because I had already even worked before in Germany with Slovenian dancers, there is something very special, because it is a DNA in a culture in which we're speaking about ImPulsTanz, meeting of cultures. The Slovenian culture, body culture, or vocabulary, or ways of expression, it is one of the elements which are very, very important in its capacities, in its sensibility. How the Slovenian dancers' body culture express a certain feeling, a certain moment of the world today. Be courageous. Propose more. insist more and coming to the ImPulsTanz to represent your own art and sensibility.
Torej, plesalci, koreografi, plesni producenti, izkoristite priložnost, kajti 37. plesnega festivala ImPulsTanz letos ne bo. In lobirajte, vztrajajte in prepričajte organizatorje, da vas povabijo prihodnje poletje med 15. julijem in 15. avgustom. Bodite vztrajni, tako kot je bila Parada plesa in postala letos medijski partner festivala. To je bila Parada plesa, še vedno edina oddaja o plesu na slovenskih televizijah. Plešite ponovno z nami čez 14 dni, ker veste, da je dan s plesom odličen dan. Lep plesni živijo, do prihodnjič.